Okay, so today we're diving into something I think a lot of our listeners can relate to, especially if you're in the flower business.
Oh yeah, this time of year can be crazy for florists.
Absolutely. It's all about Valentine's Day. And we've got this amazing material from Annie Zhang, the CEO of Sweetie Gifts, all about how to really make the most of the Valentine's Day rush.
And she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah, she's not just like someone who dabbles in flowers. She's got 20 years of experience. She's been to flower markets all over the US, Europe, you name it. She deals with customers worldwide, and she even has firsthand knowledge of the whole Chinese flower supply chain because she actually worked in factories there.
Wow, that's impressive. She's seen the entire process.
hmm
So what kind of insights is she sharing? What are her top tips?
Well, what really struck me was how she hones in on this major challenge that flower shops face every February. It's that huge spike in demand. Everyone wants flowers for Valentine's Day, but at the same time, costs are always going up. It's a tough balance.
Yeah, you've got to meet that demand, obviously, but you also want to offer something special, something that really resonates with customers. And of course, you've got to stay profitable. You can't just give everything away.
Exactly. So Annie's big idea, and I think it's a really smart one, is to really focus on incorporating preserved flowers into your Valentine's Day strategy.
Preserved flowers. Now, I know what some people might be thinking. Those kind of stiff, faded-looking things you used to see in, like dusty old craft projects.
Yeah, not those. These are real, genuinely real flowers, but they've been treated in a special way so they keep their natural color and texture for years.
So they look and feel like fresh flowers, but last way, way longer. That's interesting.
It is. So for our deep dive today, I think our mission is to really break down Annie's recommendations and figure out how using these preserved flowers can actually help a flower shop have a really successful Valentine's Day.
Right, I'm in. Let's do it.
Okay, so strategy number one from Annie. Don't just limit yourself to fresh flowers.
Okay, expand your options. Got it.
Right. She makes this point that, what customers are looking for is changing. They want something more than just, say, the traditional dozen red roses.
Makes sense. I mean, how many times can you get the same bouquet? People are looking for something unique.
Yeah, they want something a little more meaningful, something that lasts longer, a little more intention behind it, wouldn't you say?
Oh, totally. I think there's a real shift happening where people are looking for those kind of keepsake gifts, things that really capture a feeling that lasts. And a bouquet of fresh flowers, beautiful as they are, they're temporary, right?
Mm.
You enjoy them for a week, maybe two if you're lucky, and then they're gone. So preserved flowers, they offer something different. It's like you said, they last for years. Annie emphasizes that a lot. And because a lot of them come already arranged, it's not like you're suddenly adding a ton of extra work for your team, especially when you're already slammed with orders for Valentine's Day.
Absolutely. And that leads perfectly into her next strategy, which is to have different price points. Like she says, a lot of people come in with a budget already in mind.
Right. Right. I mean, everyone's got a limit.
So making it easy for them to find something within their budget is just smart business.
Oh, yeah, totally. And this is where preserved flowers can really shine. The cost is usually tied to, like, how many flowers are used, how complex the arrangement is, so you can easily create different options.
So you could have a single rose in a really nice box or a big, impressive bouquet.
Exactly. And you don't have to do a ton of custom work on the spot, which could be a lifesaver when you're swamped.
Which brings us to Annie's third strategy, minimizing all that extra work, all that labor, by having stuff that's ready to sell. Because, let's be honest, Valentine's Day is crazy for flower shops. Last-minute orders, trying to keep up with demand. So for a flower shop owner who's completely buried in orders around Valentine's Day, what would be the biggest advantage of having these ready-to-go preserved flower arrangements?
I think the biggest thing is you're saving so much time because so many of them could come already arranged and packaged, ready to walk out the door. It's like you're skipping a whole step in the process. You're not spending all that time creating bouquets during your busiest time of year. You're just grabbing a pre-made, beautiful arrangement and getting it to the customer.
Okay, that makes total sense. And then her fourth strategy is to start pre-selling and taking orders early. That's always a good idea for any holiday rush, right?
Oh, yeah. Anything to ease the pressure. And this is where preserved flowers really have an edge over fresh because they don't wilt. You can stock up well in advance. You can be ready weeks ahead of time. No worries about spoilage.
It's like peace of mind. So you're bringing in money early, you kind of know what to expect demand-wise. That's great. And then Annie's fifth strategy is bundling.
Bundling.
Yeah, she suggests pairing preserved flowers with other gifts like candles, chocolates, maybe even jewelry. What do you think? Any downsides? Like, what if people just want the flowers?
I think it comes down to how well you put the bundles together. You want them to feel like a complete, cohesive gift, right? Something that has a clear theme or idea behind it. I mean, think about a beautifully preserved rose in an elegant box. It already feels special. Now, add a really nice scented candle or a box of gourmet chocolates, something that complements the flowers and elevates the whole experience. That's what makes a bundle successful.
That makes sense. Okay, her sixth strategy is all about highlighting how long these flowers last.
Yeah, marketing them as a lasting symbol of love. It's a great angle.
It is. Because, fresh flowers are beautiful, but they fade. Preserved flowers, they're like a promise, right? A promise of lasting affection.
Exactly. It's like you're saying, this isn't just a gesture for today. This feeling is here to stay.
Mhm.
And Annie actually suggests using that in your marketing. Real flowers that last not just for a week, but for years. It's a powerful message.
Absolutely. Okay, strategy number 7, emphasizing that these flowers are low maintenance. Some people just don't have a green thumb.
Or the time. Or maybe they're just not interested in the whole plant care thing. But they still appreciate the beauty of flowers.
Right. So with preserved flowers, there's no watering, no trimming, no worrying about sunlight. It's a gift anyone can enjoy.
It's perfect for busy people, for frequent travelers, or if you're sending flowers long distance. Yeah, you don't have to worry about them arriving wilted or needing special care.
Which, I think is a great selling point, especially for Valentine's Day. Okay, her 8th strategy is using digital marketing. Valentine's Day is all about those visuals, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. Instagram, Pinterest, all those platforms.
Right. And preserved flowers, they look amazing in photos, like consistently gorgeous.
Exactly. You can get such stunning photos and videos for your social media, your website, your ads. Plus, they're perfect for influencer marketing. It's like they were made for Valentine's Day on social media.
So then we get to strategy number 9, which is super important, reliable delivery. Like, that's make or break for Valentine's Day.
And this is another area where preserved flowers have a big advantage. They're sturdier than fresh flowers. They don't need water.
So you can trust that they'll arrive on time and in perfect condition. It's good for you as a business owner and for your customers' peace of mind.
Exactly. Especially when deliveries are so crazy around Valentine's Day. All right, and then Annie's 10th and final strategy, those last-minute reminders.
Classic marketing, right?
But it's especially effective with preserved flowers because you can send those reminders right up to the last minute without worrying about being left with a bunch of unsold, wilted stocks.
So you can really capture those last-minute shoppers. You're
Yeah.
not losing potential revenue. And it sounds like, for Annie Zhang, preserved flowers are more than just a trend.
Oh, absolutely. She really sees them as a solution, like a practical way for flower shops to not just survive Valentine's Day,
Sure.
but to make more money and have a less stressful experience. And it's not just theory. Her company, Sweetie Group, they work with lots of retailers to integrate preserved flowers. They have real-world success stories.
So to wrap this up for our listeners, it seems like these strategies, especially using preserved flowers, are really solid, actionable ways to not just handle Valentine's Day, but to really boost your success. This is knowledge from someone who's been in the industry for a long time. So as you're listening to this, think about your own shop. What are you currently offering? How do you run things?
Of all these strategies, which ones feel like they could really make a difference in your business right now?
And here's one last thought for you to consider. With more and more people looking for gifts that last longer and are maybe a little less fussy, how do you think this growing popularity of preserved flowers might change the flower industry as a whole in the future?
It's a good question. Things are definitely evolving.
They are. Thanks for exploring this with me.
Anytime. This was a good one.